This girl was dragged out of the house by the bad guys. She was scared to fall to the ground, and not even being able to control her behavior. No one thought that this girl who was scared to go out would kill them. The female lead suffers from an obsessive disorder. In 14 years, she never left the house half a step. She and her brother lived dependent on each other. Neighbors said they were very rich. Obviously they didn't work, but they had a lot of money. The female lead is so beautiful that the delivery man falls in love. Every time he came, he would poke fun at her. But every time he came to deliver food, he found her mood extremely depressed. He was so care her. The female lead told the truth. It turned out that her brother had passed away, but due to her psychological obstacles, even her brother's funeral was unable to attend. He comforted her. This made the heroine very emotional, but unexpectedly, the female lead took out a bag of money to thank him, and frankly said that she had a lot of money. The guy gently refused. She didn't know this action would bring troubles. That day, someone called in the hope that the heroine could come see her brother off at the funeral. But the heroine still didn't leave the house half a step. At that moment, the female lead saw 3 men outside the door. They banged on the door. The heroine immediately hid under the table to eavesdrop on these 3 bad guys talking. Of course, they are here for the money. One of them is a friend of the delivery man. Previously, hearing their friends mention money, they were greed, wanted stealing a sum of money that day. The heroine hid under the table and didn't dare to speak. She saw that some people were not paying attention. She hurriedly ran to the kitchen to hide in the basement. At this time, the other 3 men noticed something unusual. Boiling water was on the stove. They guessed that someone was in the house. They started searching everywhere and even cut off the phone lines. The heroine, thanks to the familiarity of the terrain in the house, constantly changing places to hide, she quickly ran away. Ran to the lobby to exit the gate. Just one more step and she would be saved. But the heroine stopped. She stood there like an unmoved statue. The thieves were bewildered. The heroine watched the thieves close the door, but she couldn't do anything. The boss squeezed the female lead's face and said, "Hand over the money and spare your life." The heroine didn't cooperate, so one of them dragged her outside. The refreshing spaciousness was a poison to her. The female lead was threatened with lethargic eyes, shrinking limbs, and then unable to control her behavior. She kept begging for forgiveness, but the big brother refused to listen, constantly questioning where the money was. This girl was dragged outside and was scared. At this time, the robber kept asking where to put the money until the heroine was about to fall into a coma. He took the heroine to a room. In the room, a few people prepared to interrogate the heroine. The delivery guy suddenly rushed in and yelled at the people's behavior. Turns out the robber and the delivery man were friends. Last night, he was drunk and accidentally revealed that the heroine had a lot of money. These people came up with a bad idea. What happened today? The heroine completely collapsed and ran out. They also weren't in a hurry. No matter how much she ran, she couldn't escape. They started looking for the heroine. Look at this sweet girl. No one thinks that in this house, if a bad guy breaks in, it's like entering a tiger's den, entering but not getting out. The robber found the heroine in the toilet. He banged on the door frantically. The diminutive heroine was completely defenseless. The others heard the movement, felt that he would definitely win, so they didn't care. Unexpectedly, the heroine used a knife and hammer to beat him to death. Fresh blood kept pouring out. Seeing the scene, her gaze immediately changed turned a different person. She coldly dragged the body out of the room. The sound of body hitting the stairs was deafening. The other 2 just felt that it was not right. They followed the blood stain down to the basement. That guy had become a cold corpse. Suddenly with a bang, the whole staircase pulled into the wall. This is the heroine's masterpiece. She has a button that has the authority to control the house. She went to the basement door and looked at the person below. From that moment, she wanted to teach them a battle, starting with the delivery man. "You are a bad boy, pretending to be a man of love. In fact, your aim's my money," he wanted to explain, but a pain came. The heroine broke his finger, then threw him into the basement. His leg was broken. The boss cursed angrily. The heroine just coldly answered, "The medical box in the next room." The boss didn't dare to provoke the heroine anymore, so he could only open the door. But as soon as he entered the room, the door was automatically locked. He banged on the door screaming, but to no avail. On the other side, after seeing the boss locked up, the other guy was crazy looking for a way out. The heroine through the agency took him to another room. He saw execution ropes here. There was even a refrigerator full of human flesh. He finally understood that the heroine wasn't naive, obviously a pervert. At this time, the heroine was behind him. Took an opportunity to knock him down with a hammer. He died instantly. Now only the name of the boss and the delivery man remained. The heroine grabbed the trembling delivery man and took him to the boss's room. The heroine through the screen and camera began to torment them. "This girl is too perverted." She locked these 2 men in one room. The heroine shouted at the boss, "In the wardrobe there is a JK. Put it on and slowly play." The boss was dumbfounded. "Want me to wear JK for what?" The heroine didn't say anything, just silently stuffed a picture into the room. Pictured is her father and the criminals, and her father is the one wearing the suit. It turned out that the heroine had been harmed by her father since her childhood. Then her brother had killed her father to save her. They then remodeled the house, turning it into a large and complex institution. They started punishing perverts like Dad. Money is also taken from those people. The boss learned the truth and began to sarcastic. Your father is a pervert. You also aren't good either. The more he cursed, the crueler the words were. Not only saying that the heroine was a monster, but also starting to attack her dead brother. These words made her extremely angry. She called the delivery man to come, pressed the control button to open the box. Inside was a gun and a bullet. Now as long as you kill that guy, I'll spare you. Unexpectedly, the big brother quickly snatched the gun over, pointed it at the delivery man's head and threatened. I soon found out, you killed everyone, just didn't kill him. This is basically you has feelings for him. After a moment of silence, the door opened. The boss dropped the gun to help him leave, but after seeing the body of his juniors, the boss couldn't calm down anymore. Punched the delivery man, rushed into the house to find gasoline and alcohol. The heroine now went out to stop him, but couldn't fight against him. Looking at the female-led seductive body, his lust awakened. He took the heroine to the bed. In the dangerous moment, the delivery man came to stop him, distracting the boss. The heroine stole the gun in his pants, shot him dead. In the end, she didn't hurt the honest delivery man. At this point she went out, setting the house on fire. Perhaps the outside world isn't so scary anymore. Deep in heart, you can't always look at someone's face and guess his character. A person is a rabbit or a wolf. So anytime or anywhere, you must not bully others. Shouldn't show power to the weak. I'm Peach. If you like it, follow me. Thanks.